The Missouri House Ethics Committee has made a draft report public from its months-long investigation of Speaker Dean Plocher, accusing him of obstruction and intimidation. Plocher is the target of at least one official complaint after reports that he got state reimbursement for campaign spending, which is illegal. He is also under scrutiny for allegedly threatening to have a staff member fired while pursuing a state contract with a software company. The draft report says Plocher actively obstructed the committee's inquiry. The top Democrat in the House called the findings deeply concerning and why the House must revise its procedures when the Speaker is the subject of an ethics investigation. Neither Plocher nor any of the Republican leadership agreed to comment on the draft report.